Says we're live. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? I see Terry's in the house. I'm surprised he stayed awake for this show. Ken in the house. Terry's in the going in here. Chris Murphy, Texas DD, Titan Tim. What's going on, Tim? Humberto, he might be floating away pretty soon. The hurricane coming. How's everybody doing? Chris Murphy, how you doing? Rick with RAD Garage got another date with his honey, but he's telling me he might make the next one because he might be hosting the next one. We got a big guest coming. HM Auto Detailing, how you doing? Al Daly, what's going on? So tonight we got a special guest and another special co-host, and my special co-host tonight is none other than Mr. Jamie the Cleaner.
I am here. Hello, Mikey. How's it going?
What's going on, Mr. Jamie? How you doing? Thanks for coming in tonight.
Doing good, doing good. Took the kids, like I was telling you backstage, to a birthday party today. Nice pool party. So I'm sun-baked. I'm tired, but I'm here to talk some DIY detail. I'm pumped.
Heck yeah. So tonight we're going to be talking to Nick with DIY Detailing. He started, way back in the detailing business. Got really good at YouTube. I actually liked all his videos. I used to watch a shit ton of his videos back in the day.
Very good YouTube channel for sure.
Now he's teamed up with a legend to make legendary products. So with that, no further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys tonight to our guest, Mr. Nick with DIY Detail. How you doing?
What's up, y'all? I'm doing so good. That was such an introduction, talking about backstage. It's I like this StreamYard. I feel like it's very professional.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Man, it's so cool to hear you guys used to watch the YouTube channel. That's like,
oh yeah,
I don't know. I feel like people can tell when you're passionate about something.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were talking about backstage, man, I just love cleaning cars. Like, Jamie, I know you feel that too. It's just, I love it. Like, most people don't understand what it is to take something messy and nasty and like clean it, transform it, you know, and like you make money from it. You have pride. You're working with your hands. It makes people happy.
That's the best
and
part.
The outside world doesn't need to understand it, but it's like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I like some of the videos that you did back in the day with, like, I think when the 𝗚𝗓𝗧𝗢 polishers first came out, you were getting like in depth on some of these polishers that were coming out, and I think you were doing phenomenal jobs on showing us how these things were made and developed. Actually, you actually talked to a few people during some shows and stuff when they first started coming out. You got into your stuff pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, so the Hawk Pro Detailing channel, and I was big on carpet cleaning too. Okay, here's the deal. Everyone's using degreaser, right? And I don't want to call any brand names in the industry, so I won't. But I trusted all these marketed carpet protector, cleaner, whatever, 3-step system. You know what I'm talking about. And when they let me down over and over again, I was like, there has to be something better. So I'm like, carpet cleaning, janitorial world. I went down that rabbit hole. Like, I went to a 2-day training, 8 hours each day, where we learned about, different stages of nylon and, synthetic and wool and pH. And then I tried to bring that to the YouTube world. And I feel like that really helped a lot of detailers learn how to kick ass on carpets, like it's a mystery when you can't clean something the way you want to, and everything else seems to come out right. And you can't figure out what's going on with carpets. Why are they browning? Why are they wicking? You realize you don't know what you don't know. And it's really not that hard, but I was able to kind of take some of that, what I learned, and then bring it to YouTube and geek out on it. And apparently
there's a reason the carpet and upholstery is its own industry. Like, you got to know the pHs. You got to know what to use, what stain. You got to know how to neutralize the stain.
Yeah.
You go deep with it.
Do you guys get ice melt where you're at? Because we're in Utah. So we got all this ice melt on driver's seats, and I could not figure out what to do with it.
I've never seen snowfall, so
never
in California.
Nope.
That was crazy. And I'm going to like the chief chemist of Aramco, and I'm like, man, like, why can't I get the ice melt out of these carpets? And he gave me like 6 different like PDF write-ups on what ice melt is and how to get rid of it. And he gave me this like urine neutralizer, which is used to neutralize urine in carpets, but it's like so low pH that it neutralizes the salt which this is about as far as I take it. Like, I'm not a chemist, but it
Yeah.
neutralizes the salt. So you just need to break it up enough to get it out of the carpet. And then you want it neutralized, extract it. And then if it comes back at all, it's not going to be super nasty. It's usually like white and hazy, but I don't know how much people care about this, but don't get me started or I'll go crazy with it. But then if you get hazing, like the little wick back, then you take a little end cap encapsulation cleaner on a rag and you just like, you paint it like an artist and you try to rapidly dry it so that it comes back without wicking. Thanks for letting me talk about this. It's pretty, it's pretty dorky, but yeah.
No, it's great.
You know, Rick is my other co-host. He's out with his wife tells him, you know, we go on dates every other weekend, so he's on a date tonight. But Rick,
smart man,
he is. He made 10 questions, which we get to know you, and then we get to talk about your new endeavor right after. So all the 10 questions are pretty simple, and we've usually asked 10 questions to everybody.
Okay,
but don't worry, they're easy. When did the detailing bug first bite you?
Man, and we all know it, right? It was like 2017. So I moved like an hour away from where I was working. By the way, I used to be in TV news. As of 2 weeks ago, I quit my job. So I was like a TV news reporter all over the country, man, like West Virginia, South Bend, Indiana, Denver, Seattle, and then we came to Utah because we had 2 kids in 2 years. And the second one was on the way, and it was like, what are we going to do? We need to be around family. I was from Utah originally. So we moved to Utah. And I really wasn't making a lot of money, but we moved an hour away, and I just felt like, man, like I just had this sense of like I'm meant for something more. Like I'm very ambitious. I work really hard, but I felt very stuck in my career and like 2 small kids. Like we literally had to picket fence the house and everything, and I was like pretty miserable. I just felt like professionally, like I don't know where to put this because I felt like I wasn't a very good dad for like very young kids. My professional life, I had been in bigger markets, and I just felt like I just felt stuck, you know? And so we move an hour away and I get a new car just for the commute. I'm up a canyon, right? It's nothing crazy. It's a Subaru Legacy, but it's new. I realized I got to take care of this. So I started watching YouTube videos, and you know where I started, like Auto Fetish with Darren and Scott Blay, Dallas Paint Correction, the chemical guys, man. Like, and all of a sudden I found this little guys. Yeah, I found this like detail garage where they sell exclusively chemical guys in Salt Lake. And I found myself going there, and it was like when you go to your barber and they're your therapist. I mean, I'm in there just like for 2 hours just talking about detailing stuff. And, you know, I go once a week, you know, and then I buy this, then I buy that. Next thing you know, I'm like, man, I can transform my car. This is so cool. And then the guys on YouTube who are teaching it, they have mobile detailing businesses. And I was like, man, I'm only going to live once. Like, what if I tried to like make money doing this, you know, and hustle and try to support the family? And it was game over after that, man. I just got obsessed, which I'm sure you guys understand.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know your story too. I'm sure you've said it before, but or is this just, do I just answer, or can you tell me?
No, if you want to know, we can tell you.
Yeah.
I've been detailing for quite a while, but I didn't become officially a business till 2020. It was before COVID. Just before COVID started is when
Good
I started
timing.
doing everything. Jamie?
My turn.
Yeah, Jamie. Oh, yeah.
Well, I like to say I had a 70 Chevy lime green. I loved cleaning that thing. That was my first truck when I was 15 or 16, and then threw a rod. So then my dad pulled up in a 96 squealing, paint peeling Ford Taurus. But I still love to clean that thing, man. So ever since then, I've just been into it, you know, used all the products on the Walmart shelves. It was like, there's got to be something better than this crap. So and that was when Walmart shelves were real bad, you know. Nowadays, pretty good. You can make it happen at the Walmart shelf. But back then, it was real bad. But
you actually can make it happen. You can make it happen at the Walmart shelves. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So since then, you know, just kept diving deeper and deeper until we made it to here. Started my business 2021 and then went full-time beginning of the year. So I just jumped from weekend warrior to full-time.
Nice.
What was that like for you, making that jump?
Feels good. Finally, you know, get away from a company that don't appreciate you to now it's my turn. Let's see if I can do this. Throwing it all down. Let's go.
All right.
And that's one thing that I think ties us all together as detailers is that, like, when you get together, you know, and all the internet BS is gone, everyone can respect each other at the level of, like, we all know how to work hard. Like, we know how to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, we know how to work hard. Because if you don't do it, I mean, that's the only common denominator, right? Like, I'm here to rep DIY detail or whatever. Fine, you know, I love the products, but it all comes down to, I mean, the best products will help you do an amazing job, but there's no substitute for work, right?
Yeah. So
I got the 𝗟𝗩𝗧𝗢𝗦 pressure washer, and it did not change my life. I still had to work hard to clean that car, even though I had a Sunjoe before. And I thought it was going to answer all the questions.
I'm working to a 𝗟𝗩𝗧𝗢. Those things are expensive.
No, I sold mine, but I made a hater video about Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage, and that was on my YouTube channel. It got a little bump because I was like, this is why you should not buy the 𝗟𝗩𝗧𝗢 pressure washer from OG. I don't know, some O-ring broke. I didn't know how to fix it because I just didn't, and I just complained about it. And then later I did an interview with him. He's like, yeah, we don't want to be a customer service business. Like, we don't have a phone number for a reason. And he liked that video I did where he was just off the cuff, super truthful about it. But no, I mean, I love good products and detailing, and I'm sure we all do, but you realize at some level, even the fancy _𝗚𝗓𝗡 polisher, man, you're still going to have to polish that paint, put in the time, evaluate it. You know how it is. But.
Yep. I still don't have a _𝗚𝗓𝗡. I don't have, definitely ain't got a 𝗟𝗡𝗧𝗢, so I'm still working my way up.
I had a _𝗚𝗓𝗡 and sold it.
I don't want to hate on any brands, but I think a _𝗚𝗓𝗡 is elegant and smooth and amazing for what it is on the design side, but they're expensive, you know, and I don't blame you guys. But I don't want to hate on _𝗚𝗓𝗡s. Like, Jason Rose is awesome. They do what they say they're going to do. I just feel like there are other, I don't know. I tried a 𝗓𝗍𝗡, man. Those things are powerful.
That's what I've run
more
with.
reasonable.
My
Bro,
God, over
do you have
there.
the EX620?
Yes, I do.
It's so good, right?
Yes, 620, 621.
The 21 millimeter?
Yep.
See, Mikey just sold me a Max Shine Reaper, and now he just got the Shine Mates. Now he's like, you got to buy this one. They're a little better.
Well, the Reaper's more, you got to just look at it. You ain't really going to use that, are you?
Wait,
yeah, that's pretty much what I got doing, just hanging on the wall.
What's the Reaper?
That's the Max Shine's
limited edition.
In edition from last year.
Okay.
I want to get the limited edition Flex, the new one, the Red Beast inside, and hang it right beside it.
I have that one sitting right here on the shelf.
Yeah, I know you bought it.
Yeah.
I need one. I'm thinking about it real hard.
It's sweet. So, question number 2 is, to what do you contribute your success in detailing industry?
Man, part of me feels like a success, and part of me feels like a failure, but I think the failures are what make us, man. Like the humble pie. Like so I started on the side, man, and I was up at 5 a.m. doing a mobile detail until like 2 p.m. And then I would like drive 45 minutes into my job on TV news, you know, put a shirt and tie on. Like, I wasn't telling anybody what I was doing. It's kind of like a on the side type deal. And I was just burnt out and exhausted, and I didn't have time for my family, right? Because I'm working 2 full-time jobs. I'm sleeping 5 hours a night. And then, if you guys know, which I know you do, like YouTube or social media, like that YouTube channel, I had to birth that too. I was like, that was another job. So I was being a really bad member of my family. But I was like, ambitious, I'm going to do this, blah, blah. And so I grew, you know what I mean? I grew, but then I lost a lot personally by like making sacrifices. And what I learned is you just can't have it all. That's why I was talking to you, Jamie. You got 2 small kids. Like, just, you know, the family is so important, man, because, well, anyway, but detailing's been so good to me. I think just working my butt off, having the industry background and broadcasting really helped me. But like, I would say passion and hard work, which sounds so cliche, but like people can sense it. It comes off of you in waves. Like, I truly care about it. And I was like making these videos about how excited I was about how to clean carpets and cleaning floor mats and polishing paint, and I just gave everything I had. So if you're faking it, I think people will tell eventually, but if you're genuine, and again, I don't feel successful. I feel like I'm blessed to be able to clean cars and talk about cleaning cars for a living now, because I just left my job a couple weeks ago. But this latest chapter with DIY Detail, which we can get into when you want, was like a very pleasant surprise. It started kind of cooking about a year ago. So
nice. So, what part of your job brings you the most satisfaction?
Creating. I think for me, the idea of creating, like you talk about entrepreneurs and they create things. It's almost more important for them to create than it is to get the end result. I mean, I'm sure they like the money. I'm talking about like the big people behind the scenes, like entrepreneurs at like the Jeff Bezos level or whatever. But starting a small business, Jamie, what you're doing, that's art, that's creation, right? So it's like, I love creating in the YouTube videos. I love creating. It's like drawing within the lines. Yeah, there's a car. Like, I'm not designing a car, but when I clean it, I get to be creative within my own process. And to me, that's like an art form. So when I'm cleaning, it's having control over that creation. And then when I'm making videos, it's creating, like for me, just making art, making videos, just creating things. So anyway, for me, it's the creation side of it. It's the process, right? Because the result is always going to be different than what you thought it was. Like, if I get this, then I'll be happy. But you could get that, and it may not be as happy as you thought. And it may be the opposite of that. But the process of getting there, the creation, that's what's fun.
Nice.
Yep.
I think.
So, let me ask you this then. What do you see happening in the detailing world that makes you feel good?
I feel like people feel like their voices are heard. I'm just making this up. But, like, look at us all. Look at all the YouTube channels and the TikTok channels. And, yeah, it may be saturated. But, like, look at all these people who may have been cleaning cars and felt just, like, very isolated. Because it can be a very, very lonely thing. You're there with your scan grip light, your headphones on, in the car, and all you're doing is cleaning. So it's very, like, lonely, and there's a lot of solitude there. But I just love how connected everything is, because with COVID, we realized how important it is to be connected. And that isolation is not a good thing. And I just feel like we have sort of this, I don't know, brotherhood that we are all like friends with other detailers online that we've never met. But it doesn't feel like internet friends. It feels like a real sort of camaraderie. And I don't know. I just feel like there's a sense of connect. Am I wrong there? What do you guys think?
No, that's true.
No, yeah. I met Mike and Smurf a couple of months ago in California, and it was like, we knew each other for years. Yeah.
It was easy to make conversation because we already see each other on videos that we already know what to talk about when soon we met each other, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what do you see in the detailing world that concerns you?
That's a really good question. I guess. Wow, you got me stumped there. I mean, I talked to Jason. I'll give you kind of a cop out. I talked to Jason. Problem is, I'm guilty of this, man. Okay, I talked to Jason Rose with 𝗚𝗓𝗧, and he's like, "There's 3 things going on with paint correction, right? Clear coat is getting thinner, and the tools and compounds we have are becoming way more powerful. Like the 𝗓𝗏𝗡 21, Mike, with like your most badass compound." You can do some damage real quick with that. And then the third thing he said is customers are becoming more aware about paint correction. So instead of us having to explain it to them, they've been so much consuming of social media and YouTube, and they know what paint correction is, so they're coming to the detailer asking for it. So Jason Rose is like, people are going to burn through a lot more paint with those 3 factors at play. I don't know, the way DIY detail is all about is just about like helping people have fun again. So it's like I have a foot in the pro space, but I'm really not in the business of like talking about how to be a successful detailer. In some ways I was, in some ways it was really hard for me to figure out how to make that work. I was a solo guy, and then I had a business partner and a technician. We went from, I was mobile, 800 square foot shop, 4,000 square foot shop. I got too busy. I couldn't be there every day. And so I'm actually out of that shop now. But so my whole thing is like, I just love cleaning cars. Do you guys see in the detailing space something that really concerns you? And I know I didn't even answer that question, so my apologies.
There's only one guy in Texas that but he don't bother me, but he bothers some other people.
Okay, it's like Voldemort, the name that will not be said.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of them, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think there's like abundance? Do you think there's room for everyone to succeed? Or do you think if someone succeeds, that means someone else is going to lose? Like in this space?
No. I think there's plenty of vehicles. There's plenty of clients or customers to buy products. Like people getting all fed up with like the white label, like someone just coming out with white label stuff over and over again. you know, I don't even see a problem in that. I'm like that, man. They'll have their own little market, you know.
And there's more than one way of getting something done. You know, it's not done one way. There's different ways of getting the same thing done. It's just done different ways by certain people. Some people want to go this way, some people want to go that way, but the end result is always the same. And as long as people can understand that, then I think everything's pretty good. And so far, I mean, people have seen that.
Yep. Darren from Auto Fetish, because I used to watch him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He you know, goes on these long discussions about his whole career, and he used to have the big shop, and he went back to solo. Do you see like a lot of people who have the big shop operations succeed, or do you think one-man operations are the way to go? And I know if Ivan were here, the business side of things, he would have a long explanation. And the more I know Ivan, the more noble that is to me. It's like he wants people at a human level to succeed and to do well. And that's why he's always been about efficiency and trying to help detailers become entrepreneurs. And I was just about being a detailer, you know, and I was not someone who was like super wired to like run a detailing shop profitably. Not because I didn't want to make money and be profitable. I took too long on cars. But I don't know. What do you guys see versus like shop versus solo entrepreneurs?
There's a guy here that I know. He's in the stream right now watching, Joel, and he lives about 35, 40 minutes east of me, and he is a mobile guy. He was solo for a while till his brother came to work with him. Now it's him and his brother, and they are just tearing it up. They work there 5 days a week. They get their work done by noon before it gets to be 100, and they're extremely successful. They got, you know, they do their own little YouTube, their own little shorts, and they're killing it, you know. And on top of that, they help other people, you know, improve their system. So not only is he being successful as a mobile guy, he's helping other people be successful as mobile people. And you know,
what's that called? It's called something. Not mentorship, but
he's like he guides people in the right direction. I think. I mean, I tried mobile for about a month, and I was like, that ain't for me. That ain't.
Oh, really?
I didn't like it. So I just I put all my money in and insulated my garage, put the air conditioning in here, put the 20 amp breakers and everything, so I don't have to worry about jumping breakers. And I'm cool in here. I'm the only thing I want next is now better lighting. That's probably my next investment, but that probably won't be till early next year.
Do you do mostly any kind of jobs, interior, exterior, paint correction, coating?
I do everything.
Everything.
Yep. Same.
And I like it. So I mean, I have plenty of room to put tripods out to video everything. I can put tripods in every corner and still roll around everything. And I even got magnetic tripods so I can even have weird angles. I can even magnetize it on the garage door and shoot it straight down and get weird shots.
Good idea. I ain't never thought of that.
That sounds dangerous. On top of the car?
No. Like on the garage door itself, I could put a magnet tripod on the garage door.
That's funny.
Even on the rail itself, I can put the tripod on the rail itself and shoot it straight down. You can get weird angles with the magnetic tripod, and those things are pretty darn strong. You can actually put them on a car and drive down the street; it won't fly off.
Hey, I need to get a link of one of those.
Yeah, they're great, and they ain't that expensive. For like $20 or $30, whatever, and they're not very big. They work great. So we'll go back to our questions, and it's where we're at. Oh, here we go. What role has social media played in your success? Maybe let's talk about the business part of it now, because that's basically now your success now is coming off of social media now.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll talk about it a little bit. So DIY Detail is a manifestation of like what I've done to get here, right? Like we're all the manifestation of all of our choices or our desire systems or whatever. I don't know. What I'm saying is I started Hawk Pro Detailing and I started this YouTube channel trying to get my name out there and teach people and kind of showcase what I was doing. And I don't know, I got onto the OptiCoat train kind of early. And obviously like Ivan LaCroix was the face of OptiCoat with Dan Williams and Optimum Polymer Technologies. And that was hugely instrumental in the way that I learned how to do things. So about, I don't know, 2-3 years into my business, I had Ivan out for training. and I did videos with him while he was here. And especially the ones with Ivan always did well. Now, it's because Ivan's Ivan, but I felt like when I got with him, all my viewership just spiked. And again, yeah, you get someone interesting on your channel, people watch it. But I've had other names on the channel, and for whatever reason, the ones with Ivan always did really well. So I think there was like some motivation for Ivan. Like Ivan saw something in me, the passion, whatever, the broadcasting side, the video. So he came back right before COVID hit, and we did another set of videos. And all of a sudden, it was more of a friendship thing. You know, he just came to help revamp my shop. We shot a couple videos, but we stayed in touch since then. And, you know, there was some relevance in the Hawk Pro Detailing channel. So I'm sure that was like when he goes through Boise and does Rad Company videos, like he and Levi are legitimately friends. But it's good for both of them, right? Ivan gets on and talks about detailing. Levi has Ivan on, who's a respected face. And it's a win-win. You get to hang out with your buddies, talk detailing, and, you know, it's sort of how this whole game is played, but in a good way. Like life is a game, not in a way that it's all strategy and people are only doing things to get what they want out of people. It's just, I think it's a fun journey, this whole detailing game. Okay, Nick is rambling. So back to the social media side of things. Yeah, the YouTube pretty much is what got me out there. And then about a year ago, Ivan called and said, I think I have an awesome opportunity for you. And that's when the conversation started. And so I think for me, it was huge. It was kind of everything. Yeah, YouTube. It's crazy. You know, all these different platforms are coming out. But I heard Gary Vaynerchuk talk. He said he thinks Facebook fan pages and YouTube Shorts are like the two most valuable. And then TikTok. He said Instagram is now the fifth most valuable. And he talked about it in terms of where space is cheapest to advertise and get your name out there. But yeah, YouTube's still around, man. He said YouTube Shorts are like right up there now.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They've been trending upwards. And if you've noticed my channel recently, anybody who pays attention, I've been pumping out some shorts. So
yes,
I'm testing that water for sure.
Also, they're going to be coming out where you can actually answer a comment with a short.
Yep, that's what.
That's coming out.
YouTube watches what these other apps do and then goes, okay, we're going to take that and make that even better.
Yeah.
Like, so TikTok's trending down and YouTube's actually coming back up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think people want to take that long scenic drive, you know, through the countryside, and that's a YouTube video, but sometimes they want it quick. And yeah, I mean, YouTube is just so powerful. There's so much money behind that whole operation with Google. I just don't see how they're going to fail, but they're back. They're not.
No. Yeah.
Here we go. When you're not busy detailing or growing your brand, we can find you.
Yeah, Nick McGurk, man. So I have two small kids. So part of my journey, and maybe this can be like a word to the wise, because I was watching one of your old live streams, not that old, with Papa Smurf, and talking about Miranda Detailing, and then the guy with Extreme Solutions, who now has, I think, a new brand. But he was like, oh, you know, no one's grinding harder in the business than Brian from Apex Detail or you, Phil, from Miranda. And he kind of was like, Phil was like, well, I know how to chill and relax on the weekends. Like, there is a badge of honor that we all wear, like who can grind the most, because nothing's going to build itself, right? But I was grinding so hard, like sleeping 3 to 5 hours a night, not seeing my family, thinking that I had to build this on the side, that I just wasn't around a lot. And there's some ride or die partners out there who are going to be like super excited about that. But definitely, like, I ended up getting a divorce through all this. Like, that's why I say, like, there was a lot of ups and downs through all this. Like my emotional availability to be there for my person, I wasn't, like, I was all like YouTube, right? Like, I was like giving all the sunlight and photosynthesis and water to YouTube and the detailing business, and not to the people who needed me. So now I'm with my kids, man, because I get custody like 3 days a week, and that's like a full-time job too. So a ton of lessons learned along the way, but I hope people out there are listening. Just remember how much your family matters. And Jamie, it sounds like you got that on lock, man. You're able to be there for your kids and do what you love. But it's never gonna be easy, right? Ever?
No, never. Yeah.
But it can only get easier. It's nice like the two boys that can learn how to do shop vacuum here pretty soon. They can help out.
Well, I've already thrown some vacuum attachments in their hands, so they're getting ready.
Dude, there was a time, I'll just be honest with you. There was a time when I got separated right before COVID happened. I was like sleeping in my shop, right? So I was like literally sleeping and like imagine the shame, right? I'm on YouTube and I'm talking about all these detailing things, and behind the scenes, like I'm just going through it and I'm sleeping in my shop, you know? And like how am I supposed to come out there and be this person when, you know, I'm really like hurting, and all I was doing was detailing and staying busy to not deal with it. But again, lots of lessons learned along the way. But yeah, like I had my kids over for fun sometimes and like put a little Rupes, you know, mini in their hands. I totally safe, supervised, you know, but I got them detailing a little bit, you know, like spraying some Rinseless on cars. But you know, I figure I'll save that for a little bit later in life. Nice. I had a dream they were going to be employees in the shop, but I think I need to wait maybe another 10 years or so.
Maybe. Yeah. if you could become an instant expert in obviously anything, what would it be?
In anything?
In anything. An instant expert in one thing, in anything. One thing. What would it be?
Bro, the first thing I thought, and Jamie, maybe you can help me, was like TikTok, because I know how to like talk and write and shoot video, but I just don't understand what the kids are doing on the TikTok. So I've just been consuming it like nonstop, and man, there's so many more important things to become an expert on than TikTok. But right now, like, if I had that skill, and I think I'll get there. It's just that's right in my heart right now, because like we are in the infancy of DIY detail, where like all the marketing and video content creation is now on me. Like I have no excuse about, oh, Nick has another job, so he has 10 hours of the day carved out. Like this is what I'm doing full time. And so I just want to be awesome at everything. And TikTok is a world that I'm just starting to like. I'm like, oh, I got 2 followers today. That's awesome, right? Like, I don't know, Jamie, do you have any advice for what works on TikTok right now?
So TikTok is, you know, all about grasping someone's attention and then retaining it for the rest of the video. And that's what continues to push. TikTok's going to say, hey, this guy got, you know, this guy's full attention, so we're going to push this video to 2 more people. And if those 2 people watch it, then it keeps pushing it. So I like to do videos where it's like, hey, this equals this. How to quickly, you know, vacuum. Like I've been doing vacuum videos lately, and they've been a big hit. It's simple. How to, you know, you have a rinseless wash. I explained. Been recently playing with a new rinseless wash, so I've been explaining how this rinseless wash can quickly replace this, what it does with door jams. This. You got to do. It's very quick. You got to attention grab. I've come up with foam, you know, the foam cannon flip is all TikTok. Grasping someone, you know, everybody has foam cannon videos, but there was only one person flipping for about a month, and now everybody's flipping. So now it doesn't even matter no more.
Wait. What does the foam cannon flip mean?
So someone challenged me to a foam cannon off on TikTok like 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. So they made a foam cannon video, and then my response was a flip and then a foam cannon, and then all the detailers on TikTok went, "Oh my goodness, this man just flipped the foam cannon." So
it basically made the thing go circular and then shoot foam.
Yeah,
it's
like
fantastic.
The Wild West.
You know, catching attention. You know, little trick.
All right, so product plug. Have you guys tried 𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗢?
Yes.
DIY detail.
Yeah, I have not.
I have.
What do you think about it, Mike?
I think it's super thick. It's you know, it's my favorite at the moment. It's been for a while. Is from the detail firm Exterior Lather, which shoots out super thick foam. This might shoot thicker foam than that, and that's saying a lot because it's hard to beat Exterior Lather, which shoots thick foam already. So yours is really close, and it might just totally beat it. And it smells good too. It smells like grapes. And
concentrate, like 1 ounce.
I mean, I don't measure. I just kind of put the same measures,
right? But we have it on the label, 4 ounces in your foam cannon, and everyone's like, dude, 4 ounces is ridiculous. Like, it's way 4 ounces, too much.
I might not even come out of my foam cannon. No, it'd be too thick.
It's like we went to like the chemist was like, we have never put this many surfactants in a car shampoo before. Like no one has ever been willing to pony up because it costs money to do it right. They're like, there are more surfactants in this car wash shampoo than we have ever seen before. Mm-hmm. We wanted to do it right, especially DIY. We all know the big names out there. If we don't come out with a good car shampoo that foams well, how are we going to compete, right? So honestly, 𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗢 was kind of where we started. Like, let's make this really fun and awesome and clean really well, just for foam cannons, right? Because visually, there's something about it where people love a foam cannon.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And and one of the other things I like when you spray it on, if you can go fast enough so it's not so thick, it'll sit there for a good few minutes before it even starts to ooze its way down. So that's another thing I did like about it too. But if you do shoot on thick, it's just going to be so heavy, it's just going to fall. But
it's going to pull the dirt with it.
It is pulling dirt. But if you can move faster, it's going to cling a whole lot longer.
Yeah. It's just fun, man. It's fun. Like the rinseless wash actually foams too, which is pretty cool. You put like 3 or 4 ounces of the rinseless wash in the foam cannon, and you can get a nice foam out of it. So you could do your whole operation with just the rinseless. I think the 𝗟𝗩𝗧𝗢 cleans awesome, smells awesome, it's fun to use. If I have a foam cannon and a pressure washer in a garage, I'm doing a foam cannon wash just for fun at home. But I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I feel like when I'm trying to get a car wash done, like my own car in 30 minutes, rinseless is the way to go. Why do you think it saves so much time? Is it the drips at the end, or is it
I like filming the dripping part and then coming back and doing it backwards when I edit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, because I like the drips going back up. I kind of like that.
You do that for visual?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, rinseless, you're not pulling out the pressure washer, not having to set everything up. Like my whole setup, I have to wheel the cart outside. I have to undo the pressure washer hose. I don't have one of the fancy, garage setup, OG style deals.
I got the battery-powered pressure washer, like just from the DeWalt. I have the DeWalt battery-powered one, and I went and did my truck with like 3 gallons of. We got 3 gallons of distilled water, put some rinseless in there, and then use the pressure. You can put the hose right into the bucket, and then spray on the car. Let it sit there for a minute. Get that nice sponge, and then dried it off. That's how I cleaned my truck the other day. It was because it was too freaking hot to even pull everything out, and I didn't feel like doing all that.
So you're rinseless, Nick. Are you saying Ivan was a sponge guy for a long time? Is he still on the sponges, or are we back to microfiber? What's his?
Yeah, so we have the past prototype in development, not on the website sponge. I think the working title right now is the DIY detail sponge. Although someone online was like, you should have a contest to name the sponge. But it's and I'm not gonna say any trademark names, but it's half red and half black. And I know there's been a red sponge in the past, and Ivan has a black sponge, and it's a combo of the two. And then Ivan's ultimate black sponge, I think, is like it's got kind of that anvil shape, and this one is square, like an older sponge you may have seen with like the end. So it's a nice, creative sort of mix of histories, and
I like that.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with the sponge. Ivan explains it so well about how that sponge, when it opens up, it takes the dirt in, and honestly, the more I've been detailing, the more beauty there is in rinseless. Like I got away from so long because I was doing the foam cannon, but like you could do the whole foam cannon thing and then do a rinseless wash, because it just saves that step of like having to spray off the car one more time to get the soap off. You could paint prep a panel after you do a rinseless wash. Like whatever you want to do, you can do. Anyway, where am I at, Mike? Am I on cloud 9?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're always on cloud 9.
Okay.
But you're coming to question 9, though.
Oh, is it question 9?
Yeah, coming
We're
up.
almost there.
Yeah.
Hey.
When you have an amazing day, what do you do to reward yourself?
Man, that has changed over the years. Let me tell you, that has changed over the years. And I don't want to sound too boring, but I'll just like watch a show on Netflix. I don't know. The more interesting answer, those days are done. But oh man, can you guys answer that to sound like I'm not so boring? And like I'm like a dad. I'm 36.
Yeah, I was just thinking of mine. Like, crack open a Coke Zero and just sit on the couch and look into space.
I'm 47, and I'd rather just have a steak.
Cook a ribeye.
Give me a nice little ribeye, a couple Coronas, and I'm good.
Yep. Go eat tacos with Mike and Smurf in the parking lot. It's a good time.
Oh, heck yeah.
And a made-up cooler.
Yep, a terrible Corona cooler. Mike,
wait, am I missing out on something?
Yeah, when I had just gotten off of work, and then Smurf was coming down, and we're all driving to Hayward. I live in the Bay Area, and that's where Hayward's at, and so does Papa Smurf. And Jamie had got flown in from Louisiana. They were doing a show at the PNS's headquarters in Hayward.
Oh, nice.
I called up Eric. I said, "Hey, where you at?" And he's like, "I was like, hey, I might grab some beers." But it was hot outside. I was like, well, if I grab these beers, it's going to get hot too fast. So all I had in the back of my truck was a milk crate.
Okay.
So I put the beers in the milk crate and then put the ice on top of it, and the milk crate was holding the ice in just for enough to keep cold. So I was like,
it worked.
I was like, we got to drink these when the ice melts.
Yep.
Are you a Corona guy, Mike? I would see you drinking Corona.
You got to pull them out.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
When I'm on the live, I don't drink during the live stream because it's, professional. But if I'm on Instagram or something, I'll drink on that. But I don't care about that. But when it's
I saw you opening up a box the other day with the Corona. I was like, man, this guy is just loving his life.
Mm-hmm. I love me some Coronas.
And I don't even drink, but I like, it's a blast hanging out with, your buddies in the parking lot somewhere with the makeshift crate.
Last question, and then we're going to get to the to your deep down to your business. Describe a recent non-detailing related purchase that's left you highly satisfied.
Ooh, a non-detailing related purchase that left me highly satisfied. Oh man, so I'll tell you, I got my kids into like this gymnastics class, and then my boy into like a ninja class, and it's once a week, and they just get to run around, and it's not cheap. And I wonder, like, what am I doing with my life? I got to pay rent and started this business, but they just have so much fun doing it, running around, and I don't know. I guess that's it, man. And it just changes the way that you are as you get older. But just seeing the smiles on their faces, and sometimes it's easy to take for granted. And I was at the park yesterday, and I saw this dad, and it looked like he was kind of sad and was having a rough day with his kid. And it made me realize like how blessed it is to just have like a pretty decent day with my kids. So I don't know. I took them to gymnastics today. She went to gymnastics. He went to ninja class, and just jumping everywhere, running around reminds you of like that pure innocence of being a kid. Like we need that stimulus of our phones all the time. And they're usually like okay to like sit there and play with their Legos or dolls for an hour, and how they stay interested and okay and fairly content and happy in that. And we need the constant thing on our phone. I don't know. I just try to like learn a little bit of that beauty from some of their joy. Anyway, I guess forking over the money for that when I don't know if it's like the best financial decision, but it's just fun to watch them have fun,
Heck yeah.
I'm almost to that age where I can start signing them up for stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it.
And if you work your ass off and you make money cleaning cars, and then you're like, I'm going to spend money for my kids. I don't know. There's like a pride in that, You're like, you feel like a man, even though it's not sexy. It's not, you're not out there popping bottles or going on vacation or buying a nice watch or whatever people do, buying stuff. I don't know. You kind of feel like a man when you get to take care of your kids and have fun because it's something you did,
It's fun.
Yep, definitely.
So
how about you, Mike? Come on, you guys got to answer too.
What's that? Non-detailing related purchase?
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh, it's funny, but it's not really satisfying. But I wanted to hide, like when I'm shooting videos on the car side, I wanted to hide the other side of the garage. So believe it or not, when I went and got all this felt, 38 feet of it, I was like, this worked great because it was dirt cheap, and it was exciting for me. I was like, that's cheap.
Where'd you get it from? Hold on, I'm turning the brightness
at a fabric store.
Oh, nice. That's creative.
And they literally had just gotten this in, and I was like, that's exactly what I need. So now when I shoot videos on this side, I can keep.
And then you made it happen.
I can keep the.
Are you guys there?
The other side of the garage blocked from this side, so I can shoot videos.
Looking for you. Still here. Can you? Now you froze. Well, I bought a bag of hot fries earlier. I was pretty satisfied with that.
Oh heck yeah!
I ain't had them in a while.
You know what? And I do buy. This is my virus here. And I buy these on Amazon by the case, and I just got them in today. Yep. This is like I have 2 of them every morning, and usually before my wife even wakes up by 7, I already got my 2 done. Then I
had 3 of those a day for a while. It was
sheesh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Am I here? Am I back?
Yeah, you're here.
You're back.
Oh, okay. Dude, I had a time the large green monsters, bro, you know, with like the twist off cap. I was drinking 3 of those a day. That was a rough stretch.
So those ones you're supposed to have 2.
I know, it was crazy, right?
Those ones got some sugar in them.
Jeez.
All right. So DIY detail. How did you said earlier, you know, Ivan came to you and said, "Hey, I got an idea."
Okay, can you hear me now? I like turned the brightness on my screen.
You're back now.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it was about a year ago, and Ivan sends me a message. He's like, "Give me a call about something," and I was like, "All right." I gave him a call. I remember where I was. I was in the news station parking lot. And he's like, "There's a company that I'm working on where it may be an opportunity for you and I to both be kind of the founders of this and the spokespeople for it, you know." And I thought it was too good to be true. And I said, "When would this all happen?" He's like, "Probably within the next year." I like this. This sounds way too good to be true, right? Are you guys there?
Yeah.
I saw your faces.
Uh-oh. He's trying to break up.
Bad signal.
And then
I think the Wi-Fi is
early this year.
You shut down the store over there.
You lose me?
A little bit.
Kinda.
You'll have to go find a new Starbucks or wherever you went.
Oh, you know, another thing, you know, sitting the Viper chairs, they're freaking pretty uncomfortable, but you can't really sit in a Viper chair for like 6 hours, as I found out one time. So it's hard to find a chair for fluffy people. And, you know, I found this chair on Amazon. It's freaking phenomenal, too. I like it. I've only had it for like 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've had it for like 2 weeks. I freaking love it.
I've got this cheap gaming chair. It's horrible.
And it's made for fluffy.
Yeah,
it goes up to 400 pounds, and I'm, you know, trying to lose the weight. So,
all right, Nick,
back. I see some movement going on.
Hello.
Are you losing me?
Hello. Oh, we got you back.
Wait. Am I here?
Yeah.
It's chaos. Yes.
Oh, watch out, girl.
Froze on fingers.
Damn, dog.
No. Harley getting feisty over there.
No, I still granular. I still like the Viper chair. It's just one time I sat in it for like 6 straight hours and didn't move. And by the time I moved, man, my ass was tight, my back was tight, my legs were not moving. And hold on, let me take him out.
What were you doing?
Are we back?
I was uploading products, and I was just sitting in this one stationary spot for so long. I just didn't move, and I was like, and then time I moved, I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, I think Viper chairs, you know, are made for you to be working in them.
Yes.
It just has that lumbar.
You're moving around, up, down, side. You know, you can get up.
They're not a desk chair.
Yeah, they're not a desk chair. They're not desk chair quality, but they are quality
Nick, how's
chairs.
it going? You back?
Desk chair qualities.
You guys got me?
Yes.
Here I was trying to increase the brightness, and everything got messed up. So sorry if I derailed that. But,
it happens.
I'm interested in the Viper chairs for sure. That discussion. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Ivan reaches out, we start talking, and then earlier this year, we met up in person, and we were really talking about product formulations. And Ivan has so many amazing industry connections. Like, when you really get talking to him, he knows how everything behind the scenes happens. He knows all the players in the game, people that we don't even know. And the whole idea is like, this detailing industry is saturated, right? It just is. Like, there's a lot of incredible companies out there making great stuff, marketing toward the detailer. But like, it feels like there's an infinite amount of people out there who may or may not be car enthusiasts yet, but they're going to be people buying cars like me who want to know how to clean them. And the whole idea was like, we just want to make it fun for like people our dad's age, to like wash the car in their driveway again. And I don't know if that ever went away, if that's sort of some myth, but like, you know, in the old days, you think about them with the turtle waxing the car or whatever. It's like, there's just enough people out there who want to take care of their cars that we want to market to them. So we're not even trying to like compete in the auto detailing space necessarily at a professional level. So what we did do, though, is we got these products that are good enough for pros. Like, they totally are, because if anyone knows me, I'm like the discerning, I want it to be a really good detail, like all of us are. But I think I was more I want to have the amazing detail for my own ego than I was even for my customer, right? So I really love great products and kicking ass, and so the products had to be legit. So they're good enough for pros, but we just want them to be like amazingly easy to use. They smell awesome, as Mike knows, like the incredible suds, smells like grapes. And we just want to market toward that crowd, or we can actually help people. Like Ivan is an instructor. He teaches everywhere. And I feel like I have the heart of a teacher. And so like I love teaching this stuff. And you know, how many times have people been taught to wash a car on YouTube? A million.
Yeah.
So in some ways it's like, well, where do I fit in? How do I, but like on the other way, I was listening to a Gary Vaynerchuk talk today. He's like, what other option do you have? You're either going to work for somebody else or you're going to start something. And you've already made the decision to start something. So here we are. And I just, sometimes you doubt yourself, like, what business do I have being this or doing that? But really, like, Ivan and I just love the detailing space, and people respect him so much. And people who know me know that I'm legit too in terms of where my passions lie. And so, man, just like our exterior products are so much fun to use, especially. We have this product on the interior called Interior Clean and Protect. It's great. It's a light cleaner, a nice detailer, leaves a little bit of pop and protection. But man, like our incredible suds, the rinseless wash is super powerful. All of these are good enough for pros, and I'm just having fun. Like we've had a lot of great feedback so far.
And Carlos Sereno's, mobile detailing from Dallas, Texas. He absolutely loves your ceramic detail spray. He absolutely loves it.
Well, I was messaging with him on Facebook. I'm like, bro, we're not trying to compete in the pro space, but get this. It's $15 a bottle. It performs like something that's 3 times that, and pros pay 3 times that for similar products. Like there have been people who've done torture tests on ceramic gloss, and it lasts a long time. Like Brian from Apex Detail did one. And I think we beat out the Chemical Guys product at the same price point. Or I think it was $25 and ours was $15. I'm not saying it's like a 10-year ceramic coating, but like it will give you months of serious protection. Like the water beading is sick. We behind the scenes, we were watching the video from Apex and we were like, oh, that performed well. And then we were like, maybe too well for $15 a bottle, right? Because like that's a dance too. Like how much do you charge for something? And I made the case. I was like, I want this to be super affordable because my heart is with the pros who are looking for that product that maybe they want to give away an exterior wash and detail on an interior job. Maybe you're hungry for money and you want to wow the client, and it's you're the middle of winter time and you're slow. And you get $200 for an interior detail, and you're like, you know what? I got an extra hour on my hands. Like, I want to wow them. So you want to wash the car and give them some pop. It's not going to kill you to use ceramic glass. Or you could sell them on a 3 to 6 month ceramic product and charge them for it, right? Like, there's that product need, I know, because I had a detail shop where you want to get something better than the $10 bottle at AutoZone, but then you're like faced with the million marketing products online, different companies. So this fills a niche, and Carlos loves it, but it's also something you could sell to them after you have a ceramic coating job. It literally is clean, marketed label, like DIY detail. Like, here's a ceramic spray that you could just like spray on your car after the car wash, you know, and wipe down the drips, and it'll give you pop and protection. So I love ceramic gloss, man. I think when people get it in their hands, they're going to appreciate it. Like, I'm not promising a 2-year, 10-year coating, but it's all that you need it to be, you know? You could use it off-label on your interior, too. I probably shouldn't say that, but we've all done that where we play around with the exterior products on the inside. And, you know, on your dash and your vinyl and your... I mean, it's great. It's versatile.
I'm an off-label connoisseur, so, yeah. If I get a hold of it, it's going everywhere. Detailers? Yeah. But, I love the theme, the DIY detail. It's funny how you get a guy like you and Ivan together, and you're like, they're going to come out with this super professional, 10-year ceramic coating. It's going to be super awesome. And then y'all are like, DIY detail. Here we go. Professional strength, but for the, DIY market where you see companies that don't know what they're doing. And then they're like, we've got the baddest spray ceramic coating, $59.99, 10 ounces.
Yeah. And it was tempting to price it at that too, right? Like at some level, it becomes like a level of like arbitrary, like, well, do we want to compete with, and you know all the names out there where you get all the crazy flashy marketing coming by you, and like professionals have never touched these products, right? Like you would never in your life go spend the money on this product, but like John in his driveway is getting sold that this is a superior product. And so what we're trying to do is be like, these are awesome products, They really are, and they're really affordably priced because like that's what we're trying to like. I don't know, what is your why? Like, it's not money. I want to do what I love, and this is so much fun. I get to talk about car cleaning, and obviously we need to be profitable at some point. We're just starting out. But the why is like, obviously, like Ivan has dedicated his life to this. He travels around in a bus. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm living the dream, and obviously we just started out, but getting to talk about car cleaning, like getting people messaging me, especially from like the Hawk Pro detailing days, where they're like, you really helped me out. Like I was going through a tough spot, and you taught me how to detail, and you made a difference in my life. Like, I know we're not like feeding hungry kids in Africa, or I don't know. There's something to it where you get to help people who just want to work their butt off and make their lives better. And then that's the pro side. And then I don't know, if people buy a car and they want it to look nice and you help them do that, like we all know that cars are emotional, right? There's like emotions tied to it. So if we can help in that space and make someone feel proud that they can do something to their pride and joy, I don't know. But on the other hand, you're like, there's so many cars out there and there's so many companies out there. What business do we have starting a company? And we just saw there might be a need for like someone to come out and, or maybe a market that's still untapped, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to see, because like the rippy-offy companies, you know, will have the best marketing, and it's very strange. And the more professional companies just kind of tell the truth on their channel, and it kind of, you know, only reaches a certain audience. So it's very, very strange of like how we need to fix this. Like, I almost want to say you need to get Ivan like in a Billy Mays kind of role where he's telling the truth, but we're also like ramping up the marketing to get to the real DIY market that's out there that's buying the bad products. We need them to get on the good product train.
And behind the scenes, we're having those conversations. What's that?
I'm back in 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, and behind the scenes, we're having those conversations, right? Like, we believe in what we have. Like, these are awesome products. And Ivan is like a world-renowned industry-leading teacher, and I'm the young guy. So it's like, you know, older, younger, you know, the combo of like, I kind of know the answers, but I get to like kind of play dumb and ask Ivan, and that's where he shines, is being in that training role. And then I can be like, okay, Ivan, I know you're saying this, but like, let's dumb it down one more level. Like, why do we need to clay our paint? And you know what I mean? And then he starts talking about the clay towel, and the clay towel is genius. And you remember back in the day when he used to talk about the clay towel and what it resonated with, like the way he explains things is so awesome. And so, but yeah, I think that we're having those conversations behind the scenes about like, how do we reach more people? And we're taking it one day at a time, right? And we're just doing the best we can. And Ivan and I are meeting in person next week, and we're going to film a batch of more videos and talk about our strategy moving forward. I'm like 10 days into working full time at DIY Detail. So I've just been like furiously editing YouTube videos at home, and
looking forward to it.
So
what do you guys think? Oh,
it's quite the conundrum.
For DIY, Clifford wants to know, for DIY Detail, what's next for them, or what do you see for a long-term goal for the company?
Yeah, so I mean, Ivan and I are both founders, owners. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I have no idea what the future holds. Like, I'm all in on this, right? Like, I want this to just be amazing. I want to be very successful and help people clean their cars and love them, and the scents are fun. And, you know, we kind of see it like, you know how there are some detailing brands that people start with, and then even as they're professionals, they use them for a while. We feel like we could fill that space with legit products. So they're good enough for those pros. Maybe by the time you get into like your full-time gig, you're probably not using our lineup, although we are going to sell in gallons for a few of our products. We're working on that right now, getting the labels made, which is a whole nother thing. But
that's when you said like your products could become the maintenance kits that you sell to your clients, could become what you suggest for the clients.
There are so many options we're talking about behind the scenes. Ivan really wants that, right? Like, Ivan and I have talked about, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but we've talked about, like, not supposed to say, but you know what I mean? These are ideas that haven't come to fruition.
We're an hour in,
no
ain't no one listening.
But no, like, you know how you would sell like a maintenance kit in your shop, right? Right? And like, you get a ceramic coating, the customer comes in, hello, like, would you like this maintenance kit, you know, or whatever. Problem is, like, the people who carry those are like very, very big shops, and most of the detailers out there, like, it's a big cost to just buy those products to put in your display. So we've had conversations.
So I have one maintenance kit I've made. I've never been able to sell it because I made it too fancy. I'm like, this is the ultimate maintenance kit. It has, like professional stuff in it. So yeah, it never sold.
But what if you could sell that kit and we would drop ship it to your customer? Like, what if there was a seamless way to do that? So you didn't have to put the product in your shelves and pay for it first, and you could sell it to them, offer them a value, and you don't have that front end expense of putting it in your shop and needing to like spend all that money. So we've had conversations about that. You know what I mean? Like, wanting to help detailers who are, sometimes finances are tight in the pro detail space. Like, if you don't have the money to buy this and put in your shop, is there a niche that we could fit there? But like, we're not trying to compete in the pro space, but we still have our hearts and our experience in that space. So it's like, maybe that could be helpful for people, because I think it's a really clean labeling lineup that that like a consumer who got a professional grade ceramic coating would be well served by, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm digging the theme, digging the style, digging the brand. I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. Where y'all go with it?
Jamie, what is your like what are you looking for in a product as a pro? Like, what product out there are you just like, I like this, but I wish it was better? Or like, if you could dream up a product that was the right price point, or like, what would be a dream product for you where it's like, I don't know, I feel like iron remover for everybody. It's like, if I could get a gallon of iron remover for $10, that'd be awesome. But like, where do you feel like there's a need in your space where the products don't quite fit the way you want them
to? That's a very interesting question. So if I wasn't a reviewer, like, I would just have, a rinseless wash and like a couple of soaps maybe, and half my detailing arsenal would be rinseless wash. I wouldn't have glass cleaners, so it pretty much fits. It's one of the more unicorn perfect detailing products, in my opinion. If a rinseless wash isn't in your arsenal, you got to put it in it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Have you not tried our rinseless?
I have not tried the DIY rinseless yet, but I've been looking at it.
Dude, I'm gonna get you a bottle of it. People are saying that listen, there's a million rinseless wash products out there, right? And like, again, Ivan LaCroix, very well respected guy, the rinseless wash guru, the efficiency guru. And then I'm coming in, a product nerd. Like, we wanted to make these legit, so they're legit, I promise. But the rinseless wash is powerful. Like, people are saying like, oh dang, like this really has emulsifiers in it and surfactants in it. I can tell. So I want to get a bottle in your hands and see what you think. I don't know. To be the unicorn and to be the best product, I don't know. I mean, I can't tell you one's better than the other, but it smells like apples, right? Like, we're competing in the consumer space, so we want them to smell good. And it's pretty powerful too. So I think that's a good thing for rinseless.
Yeah, well, whatever rinseless you pick, I think just rinseless in general is just a unicorn detailing product that everyone should have in their arsenal. 100%. And if you're not crazy like me and Mike on YouTube, you can eliminate a chemical here and there, clay lubes, glass cleaners. You can get down to a lot.
Yep,
100%. So Big Reds wants to know a good question. Is DIY using a private chemist or a major blender? All right. So first of all, not a blended product. Everything is unique formulations. Like, this is not, we went to this one blender and said, give us the same product with a different scent. Like, 100% no. So we have a chemist we're working with, and there had to be that integrity behind the scenes. Like you said, like, people can do whatever they want. It's not like it's bad if people do that. They do what they do. But these are all unique formulations. And so we're constantly working. We've got a couple good ideas we're working on in the back with the chemist. We're like, this has never been done before. This is a challenge. Can you do it? And if it can be done, like, I'm really excited. But those are the kind of ideas, especially that Ivan has, right? Having been in the industry for so long. Like, he knows what resonates. And we did a video the other day where it was like, okay, we're going to do a light polish before we apply our ceramic coating, right? And instead of grabbing a Rupes off the shelf, we drove by the Ace Hardware, and he picked up this, $20 dual action sander, because he understands what people out there in the garage actually have. A DA sander, we have a gold pad. It's a waffle pad. And if you've forgotten or slept on the beauty of waffle pads, because as a pro, I didn't use them that much, we were just playing around behind the scenes. There's just a weird light here. And he just like put the DA sander on this classic car I was like just grinding it down, like pushing it really hard with the waffle pad. He's like, feel that pain after 30 seconds, and it wasn't even hot. It's like perfect, right? For the DIY, the safest possible way. I don't know, it was that 8mm orbit on that sander or less, and the waffle pad keeps it cool, and it's just so he understands that broad spectrum of detailers, DIYers, and so he's got the instinct for what is going to actually benefit the person at home. What are they? They're not going to buy a $450 Rupes, but they've got the sander. So anyway, so he has a really good sense of what could work, what's never been done before, and all of this is unique chemistry, made in America, and yeah, it's legit, man. I'm feel so fortunate to be a part of it. I'm so excited about it, but yeah. So, Jamie, you were saying, oh, go ahead.
In your lineup, I know when you handed this all out, is this in your lineup now, or is it still?
Yeah. So that's our exterior. That's our exterior ceramic coating. Jamie, I got to get some of these for you, bro. I'll hook you up. But yeah, the exterior ceramic coating, and of course, everyone wants to know like how long it'll last, and we honestly didn't even want to have that discussion, right? We just want to like. To the detailer out there, everyone wants to know all of the properties around it, and to the consumer, we just want to be like, it's a ceramic coating, right? But we're telling, now that people are asking, it's probably 3 years, maybe more, maybe less, depending on how you maintain it, where you live, right? Like, I don't want to overpromise. I'd rather underpromise and overdeliver. But it's a legit ceramic coating. It's super easy to install. And at the time we sent that to you, Mike, we just didn't have the labels in. But they're on. We have the labels. We have the boxes.
Nice.
The coating's on the website. Yeah, and it's weird because like I haven't been in the driveway detailer space for so long, but I remember wanting to learn and wanting the best products, and there's just a lot of marketing hype out there, so we're trying to sift through it.
Nice.
Have you tried the coating yet, Mike?
No, I have not. I know it's enough for a car, but the last coating I had was a big ass truck, and I knew that wasn't going to be enough. So I was like, well, I have to wait till I get a small car to put this on, and that
Come on, dude. Let's do a live demo.
Could I can get cameras set up? Got plenty of stuff to put cameras out.
The coating is a SiO2 formula. Does it rainbow? Does it sweat? What you got?
It doesn't sweat, so it'll rainbow for you. And we did a video on it, and we had the option to have it sweat. We had, what I mean? Like, we had a lot of options on this, and we just wanted to make it simple enough that there are going to be some high spots, so you know that it's thick enough to be working. But if you miss it, and then you come back on the panel, it wipes off real easy.
Yeah.
And we know what's up, Fred. And we know that, like, we know in the real world, if you say 2x2 section, people are going to do a whole door. But this actually is like do a door at a time.
Half a hood.
Like literally, we say do a panel at a time, and you'll be fine. It has to be that safe for the DIYer,
especially with DIY on the label.
Yeah. I honestly think our ceramic gloss is like too good in terms of durability. But man, and then the coating is legit as well. But I think you're just getting a ton of value from ceramic gloss. Like, that's all I want to say is it's just I want everyone to try it at that price point. But the coating's awesome, man. It's so easy to install. It's just like we did a demo video, a couple of pearl weave towels, and yeah, I want Mike to try it. Give me your honest thought, because all this is like smoke. Like I'm just blowing smoke until people try it. I could sell you a bottle of Coke.
They don't take you where they can watch Carlos's videos, and Carlos is amped all over your ceramic detail spray. He absolutely loves it. He gives it away to his customers after doing a 2-step correction, and then gives her a bottle. So this is how you can maintain it, and gave her a DIY detail bottle of ceramic spray. So they don't have to take your word. They can go watch Carlos
Serrano.
He's all over it and saying how good it is. And if Carlos says something, you got to listen.
Well, yeah, that goes back to the conundrum of marketing, right? Like, you're on here, like, not wanting to pump it up too much, but like, pump it up,
Yeah.
Well, it's like I could sell you
products are.
Yeah.
Tell them
like, I can sell you a bottle of product, but like, I want to be around in 3 years, and you tell me how many times like you've loved using it. I don't want to just sell it to you once and then have a one-time customer. I know. Listen, we have a team of people, like it's Ivan and I, and then we have a marketing firm. Like we're we're doing this the right way. Like Jamie, we wanna succeed. We're all the very like well-known companies in the enthusiast space that none of the professionals have ever even touched because we know they're probably not great. We want to succeed in that space too and do it the right way. But like for me, the products have to be good. And like it's almost been annoying on the back end. I'm like, this product has to be good, blah, blah, blah. And so like as we were developing them, that was a huge emphasis for me. Just because like my whole nerding out the whole time I've been a detailer is like, does this work? Because I just don't want to let people down, you know? I want the stuff to be awesome. So
Nice.
that's why I say like just for having fun, man, our exterior products are killer. They're black. Like Quick Beads, I'll plug Quick Beads. So it's a water activated ceramic with graphene in it. So like whatever. Graphene is the buzzword. Just take my word for it. Wet panel, spray it on, and then you just hose it off and the beading is instant. And there have been other products in the detailing world who've done the same thing. But people who've tried ours say it is a lot easier to use. They've had issues with another similar product where it left water bead spots, like little water droplet spots, if you don't get it fast enough. If you don't spray the product off fast enough, it's a little finicky. So, I mean, products keep advancing. We wanted ours to be awesome. And what I love about it, because I was asking Ivan, I'm like, is Quick Beads gimmicky? Like, you have a wet panel, and you just spray this thing on, and then you hose it off. Like, is that really going to, like... But he explained it to me, and I believe it because I've used it obviously a bunch of times. It's just that it's like it's fast because it also makes the paint slick after you hose off the product and the beads happen. So you've got a slicker, safer drying surface, and you have the beads and the protection. And so
that's almost the perfect DIY product.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun and it's great. Yeah, but like I've been surprised that the pros like that one so much because you can use it as like a spray sealant, you know, too. But
I will use them for mostly wheels. Get quick protection on your wheels, move on, get them dry, done.
Yeah. Good idea.
All right, TikTok video, man. I'm going to do a quick spray of a nasty rim, totally flat.
Yep.
And then I'm going to hit it with Quick Beads and spray it, and the beads are going to come. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
So before I get you out of here, I just seen Fred pop in. Always makes me think is when do we get to see DIY detail in a glove box?
Ooh, can we make that happen?
Fred?
Where's Fred at? Man, we're always looking
You're here first. I'll have my people reach his people to reach your people.
Just message Ivan. No, I think Ivan's doing some kind of NASCAR safety I don't know what he's doing today. He's out. Have you guys watched him on LaCroix Cruiser on TikTok and YouTube? Like all the modification, like all the stuff he does on his bus.
I haven't seen him in a while, but last video I saw, he went viral. He posted, just the exhaust of the bus. And
on TikTok.
Millions of views. So I need to go check up on him.
Yeah. So as soon as we end the broadcast, in the description, I got links to the Instagram, the YouTube, and the website. Go check it out. Grab yourself some bottles. I know I have a code, but I can't remember what it was. I'd have to post that code up and put it in the description once I figure out what it is. I know there's a discount code I got, but I can't figure out what it was.
If you don't know what it is, we'll figure it out. We'll get it in the link.
I'll get it in there.
Mike, do you have? I mean, you can be as honest as you want. Do you have any thoughts on the product line? You've messed around with it. Pros, cons, favorite products, average. Give it to me.
So far, I've used the soap and I enjoyed it. The ceramic interior I haven't used yet. Just my thoughts of ceramic interior,
it's kind of confusing.
Outside, not inside. So that's just kind of my thoughts on that. But I do want to use the ceramic detail spray that Carlos is all hyped on. It's just I only detail Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't do the Monday through Friday thing. I only do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I only get one, and then it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So for all three of my cars I have tomorrow, I basically told them we got to reschedule because. And then last weekend it was well over 115, so I didn't even detail. I had one, but I have air conditioning, but it was it was miserable to even work outside. It was 115 degrees outside.
Because y'all are doing the California heat wave, right?
Oh yeah, it's hot. It was hot as fuck. But
all right, so the interior ceramic product, actually, we're getting a ton of people who are curious about it, and people are buying it. It's
nice.
It's awesome because the professional products that they sell are like $90 for like 60 mils of this, or what? Maybe more than that. But this is a full bottle. It's $49.99. No, like this, and this is a full bottle. And you try it on your, just like do a wipe down of your dash, clean it or whatever, and then put it on your dash, Mike, and then maybe like leather uphold, whatever. Like it's pretty cool, man. The pros who've been trying it are saying it smells like a ceramic, so it must be real. But then it levels out super easy. Like they've been spraying it on a panel and then walking away, and it'll wipe down and level out. And yet it smells strong enough to be I just want you to try it, man. Like it's good. The stuff is good. The chemist is super legit. And that's sort of me putting myself out there.
My truck in. My truck inside needs to be cleaned pretty bad. I've neglected to clean my inside of my truck for about 3 weeks. It's dirty.
Yeah.
But
you'll notice it because you'll see it every day. So just wipe down the. I mean, look, an interior ceramic. It's like if you're grinding your feet into the carpet every day, like we just use and abuse our interiors, right?
Yeah.
But what's the alternative? Is not putting something on the surface, right? So it's like, I think it's the best that we can do with the technology that exists today, given the fact that we're going to grab our sunscreen, lotiony hands and grind into the steering wheel, and our kids are going to spill stuff everywhere. We're going to spill coffee. You know what I mean? Like interiors are tough in that way, but you might be impressed with this stuff, I think you might be, but I don't want to overpromise anything, right? And I like your skepticism because that's how people feel.
Now I'm hoping it rains tomorrow and nobody shows up. I can do my car and go test it out.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Right on. So I'm gonna end the broadcast here in a few minutes. To stay on, we'll go backstage. We'll chit chat again. In 2 weeks, October 1st, I think Rick with RAD Garage will be hosting. We'll have the RAD Company. We'll have Levi from RAD Company.
Snap!
Nice. No, it'll be a big one.
Yeah,
it's going to be not quite as big as it was on yours, but that will be our next live in 2 weeks. And Rick is telling me he might be hosting, which I think he said that earlier, because when we get something like that in, we got to bring the big boys in, and maybe we'll get Jamie to come in and help us with Levi, because calm him down, because he can get crazy.
We'll both crack.
Nick, I appreciate you coming in and telling us everything about DIY. It's been great.
Dude, you asked me what I was most excited about in the detail space, and I just feel so much better. Like, just, I don't know, having fellow community and just being able to like talk about detailing and knowing that there's someone in California grinding in their garage and like detailing, and Pennsylvania and Texas and Florida, like everywhere, knowing there's people out there doing. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know. Like I said, it can feel very isolating when you're just cleaning a car by yourself, but just geeking out and talking about it with people who care about this stuff, I don't know. It's fun. So I appreciate you asking me to come on here, man. It means a lot.
I appreciate you coming on with us. So I'm going to end the stream here in a minute, and then to stay on, we'll go backstage. See you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks, Jamie, for coming on. Thanks, Nick, for being here.
Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Mike.